If you just look at the most successful, the biggest people on social media, you talk about the Kardashians, they're the biggest on social media, right? They're the
Mhm.
biggest in the world. They get a lot of hate, so like, it's all good.
And they use it to their advantage.
For sure. And they laughing all the way to the bank.
They sure are. My name is Kayla, and Jason Derulo is with me.
Hey, Kayla, how you doing?
Nice to finally meet you. I've always wanted to
Likewise.
talk to you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well.
You have good energy. You're fun. I love watching your videos on social media. You are like the king of TikTok. Like you were the one that kind of started it.
For sure.
If you think about it.
I was super early, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we was all locked up in the house, and it was an interesting time.
Yeah. So what made you realize that social media platforms could be more than just a promotion for your music, but more of your brand?
I think, honestly, I wasn't really thinking so deep into it. It was the pandemic, and I wanted to figure out social media for a long time. I had all of these hit songs out, but nobody knew who I was. I was just like, I want to connect the dots. So I want to figure out social media, and I feel like that was the missing element, right? So I started to post 6 times a day. I'm an extremist. So when I want to figure something out, I really go hard. So I was posting 6 times a day to figure out what made people tick, like what was gonna go, what was not gonna go, and in that posting 6 times a day, I started to learn about my audience. I started to learn about what would go viral, what when people were dropping off. The great thing about today is you can check when people are swiping away from your
Right.
from your joint. It's like, okay, they got bored here. Okay, so let me fix that. Boom, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden, I started to get a bunch of followers. I think at one point I was getting 1 million followers like every 3 days. It became really, really crazy. I'm grateful for the experience. Obviously, I feel like it really kind of put my music with the name.
Right.
But yeah, it was a long, hard-working
Yeah.
process to learn it.
And people don't realize the hard work that goes on into it because you make going viral look so effortless. And then you're having fun while doing it, right? So
For sure.
what is the content that you learned really connects with people the most?
I think the first thing that people need to learn is that every audience member, like yourself, is a selfish viewer. So we don't really care about you necessarily. We want to care about what it's going to do for us, right? But it's the same thing for everything, right? Like when I'm going to watch a movie, like is it going to make me cry? Is it going to make me want to fall in love? Is it going to make me scared? Like it needs to do something to me. Just like songs, right? Same thing. Like am I going to want to propose to my girl? Am I going to want to take her to the bedroom? Am I gonna like what is
Right.
the song doing for me? So social media is the same thing. The difference is you only get 1 second to get somebody's attention. In a movie, people are gonna give it a chance. In a song, people might give it a little more of a chance. In a social media post, you literally got 1 second to capture their attention.
Right.
So that first second has to be something that they're gonna want to watch for a selfish reason.
Mhm.
Am I gonna learn something? Am I going to be inspired by it? Like, what is it? So,
Yeah. I remember when your content kind of shifted from just music, behind the scenes of a music video, to the seeing your family, your prank videos, the
Yeah.
dancing videos. Like I remember, and that's when I started getting hooked onto your videos as well. So
Mhm.
where did those ideas originate from? Are they all from your brain, or do you get ideas from places that you go or from people that you're around? Like what inspires you to make this type of content?
Um, during the pandemic, I was just posting any and everything.
Yeah, we all were. We were all bored in the house.
For sure, for sure. But I've switched over throughout the years. I've switched over to wanting to make videos that were more indicative of who I am. I feel like in the pandemic, I was experimenting. I was having fun. But nowadays, if we're talking about like today, like I really just want my personality to shine through. So that's been my goal. Is like, how do I make people want to watch who I actually am,
Yeah.
and the growth of a man.
Right.
So I feel like my content is a lot different now than it was then. Um, but just always trying to find that balance, right? The beautiful thing about social media is there's always somebody that you can look to be like, oh, like I would like to make content like that, you know? And you can always pull from other people's content and make it your own.
Who was that person for you?
I don't think it's a person necessarily. I think for me, I like just when I see a video that I like, I'm like, yo, this is dope. Like, what is this version for me? You know?
Oh, interesting.
So it's not a specific person. It's like during the scroll, I'm like, oh, this is lit. Like
So you like the dancing videos. You like the prank videos. Am I
I'm not
right?
really. I don't really love the dancing videos, to be honest.
Really? Even though you are the king of dancing.
But that's my whole life, right? So like, I'm
Oh.
not really trying to watch a bunch of dance videos.
So then what are you watching?
I'm watching self-help stuff. I'm watching like things that are about finance. I'm watching things that are about longevity and living a long time.
Mm.
But in that process, a lot of like aesthetic videos come in, and I like those kind of videos. I like music, people promoting their music in interesting ways.
Yeah.
Like young artists that have like a different spin on how to promote music, because we don't want to be sold anything, right? We want to join the party. So how do you get people to join the party without them feeling like you're selling something?
Yeah. What about the hate? I feel like that comes with it.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
going to get negative comments. Not everybody's going to like what you do.
Hmm.
So, and it has to affect you at some point. What do you do when you get those comments and it does hurt your feelings?
Um, I wouldn't say it hurt my feelings. That's a little deep. Um, I don't give that kind of power to other people.
Okay.
But what I will say is, love begots more love, and hate begots more hate. So like when somebody sees a hate comment, um, people are more likely to latch on to that and like keep it going, and put more hate and more hate and more hate. So if you see a hate comment, just delete that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Delete it, and
Don't
then
give it any power.
don't give it any power.
Yeah.
Like you have that right. You can delete any comment that you want to.
Yeah.
Don't just let it sit there for other people to see. Or some people actually like the engagement. So if you just want more engagement, and you think that hate comment is going to bring more engagement,
Then hey, if it
uh,
gets you some followers,
yeah.
then
If you just look at the most successful, the biggest people on social media, you talk about the Kardashians. They're the biggest on social media, right? They're the
Mhm.
biggest in the world. They get a lot of hate. So like it's all good.
and they use it to their advantage.
For sure, and they laughing all the way to the bank.
They sure are. I think one of the reasons why people are so afraid nowadays to post their content is one, the hate, but also fear of being judged, fear of being cringe. And what I love about you is you post like your content range is all over the place and you're so
Hmm.
appealing to watch. And it seems like you don't care, right?
Hmm.
So what is your advice to people who want to post their content, but they can't get past the fear of being judged?
I would say if you need to, as an exercise, start a brand new page that your family and your friends don't know about, and do the exercise where you're actually posting things that you may not want to post, just to get yourself in the groove.
Hmm.
I believe everybody is a brand. Every single person is a brand, and a lot of people can't get past what are people gonna say, and it's usually the people that are closest to them. Like, what is my friends gonna say? They gonna laugh at me. They gonna think I'm crazy for doing this, for dreaming, da da da. Right. So if you feel that way, start a brand new page that nobody knows about, and then you can post those things, and chances of your family and friends seeing those things are probably zero,
Hmm.
right? And then you can build up your chops and then build up your following without the people around you knowing. And as you get better, when they find you, chances are your page is going to be too lit, and they're going to be like, oh, he's already lit.
Yeah.
So at that point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'm sure, social media has made you more aware of what fans want to see from you. But how do you
Mhm.
balance that with what you want to post and the content that means the most to you versus, oh, I know they want to see this?
You know what? I feel like that's the phase that I've been in the last 2 years. It's like it's not about anybody else now. It's about how do I create the content that I want to create now. Where I feel like back then I was just trying to figure out what made people tick and like what was gonna get the views.
Hmm.
I figured it out. um, but like I'm also not willing to do certain things anymore.
Yeah.
Now that I've figured it out. So at this point in my life, that's exactly where I am. Is exactly what you explained, is trying to figure out day to day, what do I want to give off? What do I want to say? Am I trying to inspire people today? Am I trying to? I'm always trying to give something, though.
Hmm.
Like my content today is like always trying to be a servant of some sort.
Yeah.
You know.
And there has to be a balance, right? Because you're an artist first. So, what is the strategy of putting out content that people want to see without letting it distract from the music?
I'll be honest with you. Right now, I'm really focused on my music so wholeheartedly.
Okay.
You'll be very hard pressed to find a post from me that's not about my song right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay. I mean, these songs are my everything.
Hmm.
So I want to make sure that people hear it and see it in so many different ways. What I think is different now than back in the day is you can create so many different music videos now, right? So like back in the day, you create one music video, you spend $1 million on this video, and then that's what the world sees. Now you can create so many different looks. Like yesterday, for instance, I shot for about 8 hours, and I think I made like 10, 11 different videos. But all of those videos are small little music videos for themselves,
Right.
and it allows people to see the song in different ways, and maybe this video will connect to this kind of viewer, and maybe this video will connect to this kind of viewer. But it also allows the song to have different lives,
Mm.
as opposed to having just one idea of a song. You can have a lot of different
Which
ideas.
is the beauty of social media.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
I
it's
think we got to move and shake with it.
Yeah. Well, let's get into your song. Sexy for Me is out right
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
And I've been on your social media and I've seen you do flash mobs. I saw you in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Relentless.
Yes. What does this song say about where you are creatively right now?
I'm so super excited because I had this idea to do these flash mobs, in these different cities while I was on tour.
Okay.
And it was dope for so many different reasons. It was dope because it offered us a little chance to see the cities that we're in. A lot of times, you go into these different cities, but you're not seeing nothing. For
Hmm.
me, the dancers, the band, everybody, right? So now we have something that we can all come together to do outside of the show. We go out into the city and surprise the fans. A lot of these shows were selling out so very fast that a lot of people were not able to come to see the show. But sometimes there will still be like droves of thousands of people outside of the venues. And sometimes we would just literally go outside the venue of people that couldn't get tickets and just perform Sexy for Me one time,
Wow.
bow, bow, bow. And at least they got,
That is
a little
dope.
something.
Yeah.
And then other times we'd go like in front of like a monumental place in the city, and just like surprise people with a performance of "Sexy for Me." But it's been dope. It's been a lot of fun.
I
And
love it.
actually today I found out that "Sexy for Me" is top 5 most added on top 40 radio here in
Mm.
America. So
Because
big celebration.
it's fun. It's something to dance to in the club. It
Yeah,
makes you feel good.
thank you.
So what is it about this song that you love the most?
Honestly, two things or three things. Um, I love the beat. I think the I love a great horn,
Hmm.
and this horn melody on "Sexy for Me" is like really really infectious. It feels like some sort of snake charmer melody that I actually created, from some Balkan inspiration.
Okay.
And that big old 808 just makes you want to dance so crazy. But the most important thing that I love about this song, and the reason why I wrote this song, is for people to feel their most confident self.
Mm.
I felt like there wasn't a song that women can like uh, feel sexy to, feel confident to while they're getting ready. Like, what's that song that makes you want to love on yourself?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it when a man puts out an anthem for a woman like that.
Yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
that so much. So it's a part of your album that just came out, Dance for Me
Yes.
Part One.
Hmm.
But this is a closing of an era,
Yeah.
is what I heard. So what does the next evolution look like? What does part two look like?
I think you could start to see a glimpse of it. I think the growth as a man. I speak differently. I dress differently. I go to different kinds of restaurants. I'm in different kinds of places. It's just the growth of a man, right? And as I grow as a man, the music needs to do the same.
Mm.
Um, I'm a different songwriter than I was 10 years ago, and I'm a different lover than I was 10 years ago.
Hmm.
So naturally, the music needs to make a shift. So the first part of the album was a celebration of where I've been. and then this next half will be the beginning of the evolution.
So what is that? How does that sound? Like if part one is like a party and you're
hmm
dancing, are we gonna see a sadder version of you, or maybe not a sadder
Not
version, but like a
necessarily.
deeper version? What is it gonna sound like to us?
I still think I mean, you still have fun when you're grown and sexy, right?
That's true.
You just say it differently.
Okay.
Like how do you tell? How do you compliment a woman when you're 20 years old, and how do you compliment a woman when you're in
Mm,
your late 30s?
got it.
Did I just not mention my age? I just kept it real vague.
So okay. So when is this next part coming out?
This year,
This year.
this
Okay.
year for sure.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
gearing up for my second leg of my tour. So I'm literally gonna start working on the next half, starting next week.
okay. You said in a video that I just watched that this tour was your last world tour. You didn't mean that, right? Or did you mean that this is actually going to be your last tour?
As the former Jason.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what does a Jason Derulo show look like in this next era?
I,
How is it going to be different?
I think the tour has been another glimpse of who I'm becoming. So for all the people that have seen the show, you can start to see the transition and what's happening.
Okay.
Again, with the choreography, with the clothing, with the bells and whistles. Like it's like the next level. This is the show that I've always wanted to put on,
Mm,
but didn't have the budget to put on.
hmm.
And it was incredible to be able to like be free creatively and not have any sort of handcuffs, because a lot of times you want to put on a certain thing but you just can't afford it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it would be lit if we had fire coming out yeah, you,
Not in the
you
budget.
but you can't afford that fire coming out the what.
I like your mind though, because I saw on social media that even if you don't have, you make the budget work, right?
Have to.
I don't know if this was one of the videos, like you were in front of a TV screen
Uh-huh.
and it didn't look like that in the final cut.
Yeah.
That is brilliant. And
Thank
it just
you.
shows you that you can make something out of minimal,
Yeah.
you know?
Which you have to. I mean, for the majority of my life, I've been making something out of nothing.
Mm,
Smoke and mirrors.
yeah.
But I think a show is about having a good idea, right? If you have a really, really, really good idea, and you can obviously the music is like 90% of it.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have good songs, I mean you're cooked. But if you have great songs and you have a great idea, you can literally go on stage and have nothing, and still put on a good show.
Yeah.
But a good show is not really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, change the world.
Okay. Well, Jason Derulo, I am a fan.
Thank
I
you so
think you're
much.
great. We're excited for the new music. We're
Thank
excited
you,
for the
darling.
tour. Before I let you go, a question that I always ask artists is, do you have your eye on somebody who maybe a lot of people don't know, up and coming, a specific song or a artist that you think is the next up and needs to be shouted out right now?
Um, I wouldn't say a specific person necessarily, but my I have my money on Afro House. I think
Oh,
Afro House is gonna be like the next big wave. So you're already starting to see it in other places in the world, like way, way, way bigger than it is in America. But I honestly believe that it's gonna have like a huge wave, much like reggae always, comes out and just has like a big, huge couple of years, like we've seen with reggaeton,
right.
come out and have a huge couple of years. We've seen it with Afro beats, come out and take over. I think Afro house is the next wave.
Explain that to people who don't know exactly what that is.
Afro house has like a Afro feel, but is up tempo,
Hmm.
like in the club, but it's house, but with Afro instruments
Okay.
and Afro uh, sensibilities in the vocals.
Nice.
So take like a Afro singer, put them on a Afro, put them on a house beat,
Like an EDM type of feel. Yeah.
EDM type of feel, but then take those EDM drums out and put Afro drums in it,
Ah, interesting.
and then that's what Afro house
Is
is.
that something that you would like to tap into yourself?
I love Afro house. It's by far my favorite type of music right now,
Okay.
for sure.
All right, nice. That's interesting. Okay, well,
Mhm.
Jason, I appreciate you for hanging out with me
Thank you so
today
much.
and good luck on everything.
Thank you, darling.